Good morning students. A warm welcome to this recorded class. In the previous video we have discussed the types of sentences based on their structures. Yes. Now in this video let us discuss what is subject verb agreement. Okay. So before I start this video, this is very important topic. Most of the students will get confused in this topic. So please listen carefully this topic. And before you listen, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, and whatever doubts you have based on this topic, put it in the comment box, press the like button, and in order to subscribe you have to press that bell icon. Okay. So now let me start today's topic. So before I start today's topic, let us discuss what we are going to learn in this topic. Okay. See, first we are going to learn what is subject verb agreement. Actually, what is subject verb agreement? That we are going to learn, and we are going to learn the rules for writing subject verb agreement with examples. Okay. Students, what is subject verb agreement? Subject verb agreement means here your subject and verb must match or agree in number. Okay. Now let us learn the rules for writing this subject verb agreement. Okay. See here, first let us see the basic rule here. What is that means? Singular subject needs singular verbs. Okay. We use singular verbs for the singular subject and plural verbs for the plural subject. If you take example here, my brother is a nutritionist. Here, my brother, subject my brother is singular. So you got verb what here? Is. Is also a singular verb. Next, if you take next example, my sisters are mathematicians. Here my sisters is plural subject. So you got here plural verb are. Okay. Students, now let us see the second rule here. Okay. So the indefinite pronouns like anyone, everyone, someone, no one, nobody. These are all singular. Okay. These are all always singular. So what we use? We use singular verb. Therefore they require singular verbs here. See, I have given example here. See, everyone has done his or her homework. Next example, here everyone is given. It is an indefinite pronoun. So I have used singular verb. What is that? Has. Next, somebody has left her purse. So here also somebody is singular. Okay, so we use has. Okay, now let us see the third rule. Okay, some indefinite pronouns such as all, some, etc. These, sometimes they will refer to singular or sometimes they will refer to plural depending on what they are referring to. That means if it is countable noun or uncountable noun based on that. Okay. So if it is a countable noun, if we can count, then what happens? It will refer to plural. If we can't count, then it will refer to singular. Okay. So we should be careful while choosing a verb to accompany such pronouns. If you take example here, see, some of the beads are missing. So beads, we can count the beads. Here you have used plural verb are. That means beads is plural. So you have used are here, as it is a countable noun. If you take here next one, some of the water is gone. Water, can you count water? No, you can't count water. It's an uncountable noun. So you have used here singular verb is. So it is considered as singular here and it is considered as plural in the first example. Yes, now let us see the fourth rule. See, there is one indefinite pronoun, that is none, that can be either singular or plural. So what happened? You can use either singular or plural verb, but unless something else in the sentence determines its number. So if something else in the sentence determines its number, then we should be careful while using the verb. Where otherwise we can use singular verb or plural verb for that. In such cases, see here, example, none of you claims responsibility for this incident. Here you can be used as singular or plural. So what I have used here? Here I have used singular verb, that is correct. Here none of you claim responsibility for this incident. So claim. Here I have used plural verb, but still it's correct because you can be used either for singular or plural. Whereas if you see the third example, none of the students have done their homework. Students is plural. Students is plural. Though I have used none here, the other part in the sentence represents plural. So we have to use plural verb itself. Okay. Yes, students, now let us see the fifth rule. Phrases such as together with, as well as, and along with are not the same like and. So the phrases introduced by as well as or along with will modify the earlier word, the starting word. Okay. It will modify the earlier word then. Okay. But it does not compound the subjects as the word and would do. It won't compound means what? Mix together the subjects. Here I have given examples here. The mayor as well as his brothers is going to prison. Here if you take the mayor is subject and his brothers is subject. But the first subject if you take the mayor, it is singular. So we have to consider this first subject as, and so we'll write is, singular verb here. Don't consider the second subject and write are here. Whereas if you take the second example, the mayor and his brothers, here we are mixing it. Then here what we did not consider the first subject, we have considered the second subject. The mayor and his brothers are going to jail. Yes students, now let us see the sixth rule. The pronouns like neither and either, they are singular, so they require singular verbs. Okay, though they seem to be like plural, but they are singular. See here now, neither of the two traffic lights is working. If you take here neither of the two traffic lights, it appears that we are talking about plural thing, but no, you should consider it as singular, so you have to use singular verb is working. Next, which shirt do you want for Christmas? Either is fine with me, though it looks like plural, you have to use singular verb because it is singular. Yes, now if you take the rule 7 here, in informal writing, okay, when you're not in a formal manner, when you write informally, neither and either, sometimes they take plural form when these pronouns are followed by a prepositional phrase which starts with of. Especially this is particularly used in the interrogative sentences. Okay, see here now, if you take here, have either of you two clowns read the assignment? So it started with interrogative sentence. Okay, that is have. Okay, it's an interrogative sentence and started with the helping verb have. And here I have used prepositional phrase what? Either of you two clowns. So this is a prepositional phrase and started with of. And it's again a question which started with the helping verb. So here I have taken the plural verb, that is what? Read. Okay. Next, if you take the next here, next example, are either of you taking this seriously? Here either of you is again a prepositional phrase and again it's a question. Observe that in questions it occurs. Okay, it's a question and it started with what here? Are. Helping verb are. It's a question, so it took a plural verb. What is that? Are taking as a plural verb. See, when the conjunction nor or is used, the subject closer to the verb determines the number of the verb. The subject closer to the verb, it determines the number of the verb. If you take here either my father or my brothers, so here my brothers is plural, na? So closer to the verb is plural, so the verb will be plural. Or going to sell the house. See, the subject which is closer to the verb, it determines the number of the verb. Next, neither my brothers nor my father is going to sell the house. Father is singular, my father is singular, it is closer to the verb, so the verb will be singular. If you take, are either my brothers or my father responsible? So the question should start with a verb. Either my brothers, which is near to the verb, is plural, so you should use a plural verb are. Next, if you take here, dash either my father or my brothers responsible, here you have to use a verb. So the subject near to the verb is what? It is singular, so you have to use here singular verb is. Okay students, now let us see rule number 9. The words there and here are never subjects. Don't consider there and here as subjects. If you take here, there are two reasons for this. So don't take there as subject. Take the words which are after the verb, like two reasons. So two reasons is plural now, so you have to take plural verb are. Next, there is no reason for this. I have considered no reason, so it is singular, so I have used here is. Here are two apples. I have taken two apples here. It is plural, so I have used here are. Okay. See students, now let us see the 10th rule here. Verbs in the present tense for third person singular pronouns. That is for third person singular pronoun subjects. What you'll get here? He, she, it and subjects. Even if you take singular nouns also, he, she, it and any singular nouns if you take, then in the simple present tense, then that verb will end with yes or es, whereas other verbs do not end. That is for other verbs like plurals, second person plural and singular, third person plural, and for that it won't end with yes or es. If you take example here, see, he loves to play cricket, she loves to play cricket, they love to play cricket. Here if you take here, I have added yes for he and she, whereas for they I have not added yes, okay, or es. Hope you have understood this rule. Yes. Yes, now let us see rule number here, 11 here. See, sometimes modifiers will get between a subject and its verb. Means we'll add some extra words and extra sentences in between the subject and the verb. So that should not confuse the agreement between the subject and its verb. It should not confuse the agreement between the subject and the verb. If you take this example here, the mayor who has been convicted along with his 4 brothers on 4 counts of various crimes, but who also seems like a cat to have several political lives. Here actually what is the subject? The mayor is the subject. This all till lives is modifiers. These are extra. Normally we get confused here to put which verb we have to put. Then you have to consider only the subject, the mayor. So the mayor is singular now. So you have to use here singular verb is. Is finally going to jail. Students, now let us see rule 12 here. Words such as glasses, plants, pliers and scissors. So they are regarded as plural and require a plural verb unless they are preceded by the phrase pair of. If the word starts with pair of scissors, pair of pants, pair of pliers, pair of trousers and all, then we use singular verb. Okay. If you take examples here, see, my glasses were on the bed. So here glasses is considered as plural. So I have used here plural verb were. My pants were torn. So pants is plural, considered as plural. So we have used plural verb were. A pair of plaid trousers. Here we have used a pair of plaid trousers. So here we consider pair as subject. So here we use singular verb is. A pair of plaid trousers is in the closet. See here, rule number 13. Some words ending yes and appear to be plural but are really singular. They are not plural. So they require singular verb. Like here if you take the news. The news from the front is bad. News, it ended with yes. But it's not a plural. It's a singular. So you use here singular verb is. Next, measles is a dangerous disease for pregnant women. Measles is ending with yes, but it is a singular subject. So you can't write plural verb for that. So we have used a singular verb is. Okay. Now let us see the rule 14 here. On the other hand, some words ending in yes refer to a single thing but are nonetheless plural and require a plural verb. They refer to a single thing but they are plural. So they require what? Plural verb. If you take examples here, see, my assets were wiped out in the depression. So what happened to your assets? Wiped out. So you have to use your assets. You have to consider it as plural. So you have to use what here? Plural verb were. Next, the average worker's earnings have gone up dramatically. So average worker's earnings is all the workers' earnings. So here you have to use again plural verb have gone up dramatically. Our thanks to the workers who supported to the union. So though they are considered as single, but you are not giving your thank only to one worker, to all the workers. So you have to use what here? Plural verb. Okay. Yes, see here now 15th rule here. See fractional expressions such as half of, a part of, a percentage of, a majority of are sometimes singular and sometimes we consider them as plural depending on their meaning. Here if you take here, a large percentage of the older population is voting against her. So older population, a large percentage of the older population. So population you can't count them. So the meaning, based on the meaning you have used here singular verb is. Yes. Now see rule 16. Sums and products of mathematical processes are expressed as singular and require singular verbs. Sums and products, they are expressed as singular and they require singular verbs. The expression more than one also takes a singular verb. See here now, more than one student has tried this. So you have to use a singular verb has. Next, 2 and 2 is 4. Addition. 2 and 2 is 4. Students, see here, if your sentence compounds a positive and a negative subject, and in that if you have one plural and the other singular, the verb should agree with the positive subject. If you take here the department members but not the chair. So the department members is what? It is a positive subject. And next one what they have again? But not the chair. So it is negative subject. So you have to consider the positive subject and it is plural. So what you have to use here? Plural verb. The department members but not the chair have decided not to teach on Valentine's Day. Next, it is not the faculty. First only you got the negative. It is not the faculty members. So it's negative and it is plural subject. But the president who decides this issue. So but the president is a positive, okay, and it is singular. So you have to use the singular verb decides. So first is negative subject, next is positive subject. So you have to consider the positive subject, and the positive subject is singular. So you have your singular verb decide. Yes, students, now if you see rule number 18, when two singular nouns are connected by and, okay, when you join two singular nouns by and, the verb used will be plural. We'll use plural verbs. If you take examples here, see, the boy and the girl are talking to each other. Here the boy is one singular noun, the girl is another singular noun. And here, but we have used here are because it is joined by and, okay. Next, the cat and the dog are fighting. Here the cat is singular noun, the dog is singular noun. It is joined by and, so we use here plural verb are, okay. Students, now let us see rule number 19, okay. When two different singular nouns joined by and, if they express one idea, then the verb should be singular. We should use which verb here? Singular verb. If you take here hit and run. So it is a hit and run case, means what? You will hit and you will immediately run. So it is a one theme in your cricket match and all, you will have that hit and run case. Okay, next, crime and punishment. So crime and punishment is a major theme in any court drama. Students, now let us see the last rule in this, okay. Collective nouns are generally taken as whole, and hence they are treated as singular, and singular verb is used. If you take collective nouns like family, committee, group, class, organization, team, army, club, crowd and all, they are taken as a whole. So that means we'll take it as a singular. So in such cases we use singular verbs. Okay, students. So with this we'll end this class, and all of you, please, those who have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel, and whatever doubts you have, you put it in the comment box, and press the like button and share this video. Okay, thank you very much.